Today we are trying to resolve an issue that I have with the front of the boat here. I mean, a lot of people might not see this as an issue, but for me it is an issue. Look at this lizard over here. Get out of there. Get out of there. So, oh, I didn't even get this one on there. But to me, this is an issue. So what I'm talking about is right up here in the front of the bow, which is basically where you are when you're fishing. You lose your bait a lot or you catch a fish, whatever, you need to re-bait your hook a lot of times, and unfortunately the live well's in the back corner back there, so every time you go up, the only rod holder that I have up here is in there alongside the console, and you really need to put your rod down in order to put new bait on there or get the fish off the hook. And so my idea is to put a rod holder maybe right here, so I can put the rod in there and then re-bait my hook, which is going to be really nice. But the problem is where this hull comes down, as you can see, there is not much space. So I don't even know if this is logistical to do that without putting something like here, which, I mean, I guess right here would not be that bad of a spot compared to right here. I was trying to get rid of these, but at the same time, when you're standing up here fishing, you do step here quite a bit, so you don't want to be stepping on that rod holder. I was thinking about using this, but I don't really like this one because, I mean, though it would work as far as the distance, I don't really like this because when you put your rod in there, now it's at this angle, so then you got to reach out over the side of the boat to get your line in order to get to the hook to re-bait it. So this one I don't really think, and I don't think I have the room to put a straight in there because look at that, which that one, I don't know if that's a 30 or a 15 degree. I think that's a, I'm not sure. Usually they come in 0, 15, and 30 degrees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in here. I want to look back at behind here to see, but I also don't want to weaken this because as you can see, using the trolling motor quite a bit, you can see the stress crack around this right there, which that might have been previous, but either way, it's I don't want to put that much stress on this. Honestly, I think right here might be the play. Looking down in there, I need to kind of get back here. There's really no view in here to the hull, but if I put a straight, let's see here, so I got to right there where the gunnel is, we're looking roughly 7 inches from the, okay, so we could put a straight right here, and that would probably be the best spot for it. You can just put your rod down there into the rod holder and then run to the back, get your bait, come up, grab your line, rebait it, step back up here and start casting again, and not have it be such a pain to have to go to the back while carrying the rod. If you could just stick it down, run to the back, get your bait out of the live well, come back up and then hook it or bait your hook and then be back at it. That's kind of my goal. So let me look down in here, see what we're looking like as far as distance wise, and I'll make a determination. I might just buy a rod holder and then we'll go from there. So after more investigation in there, as you'll see on the B-roll, I stuck that camera down in there so you can see it. There is literally no space in order to put that down there, so this is pretty much, it'd have to go there. That's the only spot that it would be able to go. Here's our anchor that we never use. So that would be the only spot to put it. Now, getting the clamp-ons, that rail's not gonna work in order to clamp on. Realistically, this is out of the way right here. You don't really step there that much. You're mainly like here and up, like, you know, up around there a lot more. Not so much back there. I mean, I guess I could put it there, but I don't really like that. I think right there's gonna be the spot. That's not that good, and that you'd have to angle it, which I don't like the angle. I might buy a 15, but there's not the depth either in order to put that rod holder in there. So looks like that's gonna be the spot. Let me do some soul searching to figure out if I'd really want to put the hole right there or not, and then we'll see what I do. All right, so I'm just reevaluating this really quick before I pop any holes in the boat, but it's not gonna fit up there based on the way this locker is and the angle of the rod holder. Let me stick this up under there and see if this will work. No, this will not work because it's like this. So it'd have to be that other style, and I don't want that one up there. I don't like the way that sits. I mean, this is like the only spot. Let me think about this a little bit more, and then I'm gonna put a hole in here and we're gonna put a rod holder up here. Well, I think this is the ticket. I'm gonna go ahead and send it as is. It's gonna be pushing it, but I'm gonna go ahead and send it. It's not that deep. Yeah, let me go ahead and I'm gonna pop a hole right here, and that's where it's gonna be. Come out this way. So whenever this is like this, that'll be like that. Plenty of room for the rod to sit in there nice. Let me go ahead and put a hole in here. Hope I don't mess it up. Well, that's actually going to work out perfect. Looks sweet. Problem is that it's raining and the actual hole saw fell down in the boat, so now I have to figure out how to get that out, but it's getting ready to pour rain, so I gotta button all this up. Yeah, okay, that is 100,000% better. Granted, I'm gonna have this thing sticking out, but when you're up here, shove that in there. It's not really, you have to definitely cock it to the side, but definitely arms grab so you can be up here. Drop that in there. Yep, I am happy with that. Even if it does hit that rail like that, we could leave that like that. That is awesome. Did not mess with the space up here. Success for me.